Esta noche la historia y la tradición cobran vida en este escenario icónico, donde celebramos la riqueza, la fuerza y la belleza de la música de mariachi con la presencia de los artistas más grandes de mariachi del mundo. Démosle la bienvenida a New York Mariachi Spectacular.
I've been in music all my life. I mean, since I was born. My father plays trumpet. My grandparents on both sides are musicians. And my nieces, my nephews, my cousins, everybody in the family plays.
A mariachi night in New York City with some of the brightest stars of the genre performing live. And behind all of it is Ramón Ponce, director of the Mariachi Real de Mexico and the Mariachi Academy of New York.
You call yourself an ambassador of Mexican music. Why is that?
Mexican music is within me, is what lives in me. I'm the fourth generation of musicians in my family. And I think that Mexican music, or mariachi music in particular, are very special to me because it comes from my family, and this is something that we've been doing since over 100 years, and it continues on and on and on, and I believe that every time I perform, right, or we do music, it's to share the music and to share the love that we have for Mexican music.
You obviously feel very strongly about not just performing, but also teaching and passing this on to other people outside of your family.
Yes, it is very important for us to keep this tradition alive. And over 20 years ago, I founded the Mariachi Academy of New York, which is the very first mariachi educational program that happened on the East Coast of the United States, because everything was happening on the West Coast, Texas, New Mexico, California, because they had a big Mexican population and big Mexican communities, but nothing was happening on the East Coast. And so I said, I don't have to reinvent the wheel, you know, I just have to bring the wheel over to the East Coast. So I contacted Jose Hernandez from Mariachi Sol de Mexico, Naticano, and their directors from Mariachi Vargas de Tecalitlan, who are the world's best mariachi musicians. And I told them about the idea of having this school, the Mariachi Academy, and they were all excited about it because it is very important for us to continue the tradition. And this is something that we learned through family. I mean, you can learn from your grandfather or your father or your uncle, but if you're outside of that world and you want to play mariachi, there weren't any schools or anything that back in the day where they could teach you. And so they started this tradition of music programs on the West Coast.
There are a few misconceptions about mariachi. One of them is that it's an unpolished and unacademic musical style.
Sometimes people think that one or two musicians with guitars is a mariachi band, and it's not. You know, we need violins, we need the trumpets, we need the harp, we need a guitarrón and vihuela guitar to make up for the whole band, and that's what we're trying also to do, to bring the tradition, but also to teach the public about the music and what it really represents.
Well, tell us a little bit about the music, the culture, the origins, and what it does represent.
Well, mariachi music comes from central Mexico, which is now the states of Jalisco and Colima, and it was at first music from the ranch, music from the people, local people who just gathered and played music. But later on, it became so popular that they had to travel into Mexico City, the capital, and then they decided to adapt this traje de charro, because at the beginning they just wore traditional cotton pants and cotton shirt and a straw hat. when mariachi music moved from the state of Jalisco, where it originated, into Mexico City, they decided to adapt what we now wear, which is the traje de charro, the charro suit, which is a version of the wealthy hacienda owners back in the day, and this is another version of the Spanish matador. So, as you can see, the model, you can see the reflection, but and then we wear the traditional, like the bow tie and the big belt with the buckle and the beautiful gala on the sides, and of course the big hat. And now, whenever we put on a charro outfit, el traje de charro as we call it, it's like wearing the Mexican flag because it represents Mexico in so many ways.
Since 2011, mariachi is a UNESCO intangible cultural heritage of humanity, conquering audiences around the world with its vibrant instrumentals and passionate emotional vocals.
You've performed on some pretty famous stages, Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center, Rockefeller. What is that experience like in bringing mariachi to such a large audience?
When we first started the band in 1991 with my father, I was just 16 years old, and at first I wanted to be a recording engineer, but I started singing when I was just 5 years old, and when I went into the studio, I felt that I was not in the right place, I guess, and because I really love sharing the music to people and seeing their expressions and seeing their feelings and how they, whenever we come with the music, everything changes and just to see how people react to the music is something that I felt that I had to do.
You grew up with this music in your life, your kids are. What do you say to families that are interested, Mexican Americans who are interested in learning more about their culture and learning this very specific type of musicality?
Well, one of the reasons why we also started the Mariachi Academy of New York back in 2002 was because we also wanted to give the opportunity to learn about the tradition, about the music, to students who are non-musical, who don't come from a musical family. Sometimes they have the talent, but they don't know a way or they don't know where. And I am very happy that nowadays there are a lot of programs where you can learn how to play the instrument and you can learn how to sing the rancheras. And my father told me that back in the day when he started playing, he used to go to the local store to a little, I don't know how you call it, like a boom box or jam box or something, and put 5 cents and hear the music from there. And he tells me, now there's YouTube and you have all these tools and all these things that can teach you about mariachi. And that makes it a lot easier nowadays. And programs like the Mariachi Academy of New York or Mariachi Heritage Foundation also help to bring in kids who are interested in learning music and to help them do and learn.
The Mariachi Academy of New York serves over 200 students, ages 7 to 17, in a city where some 360,000 people are either Mexican or children of Mexican migrants. Today, there is no class since most of the instructors performed the previous night at Carnegie Hall.
So in some ways, it sounds like it is easier with technology nowadays, but is it also difficult culturally for some young kids to learn about where they came from, the music of their origins, and keeping those traditions alive with so many things out there online and maybe feeling conflicted about their
Yes, we're not a mariachi factory per se. We don't want to just teach them how to play mariachi and that's it. I mean, anybody can teach you music, but it's really about connecting these kids to their roots, to their origins, and also to give them a sense of pride and also belonging and to know where they come from and to feel proud of it. And if you wear in this case, the mariachi outfit, feel proud of who you are. And sometimes they don't want to speak Spanish, or they don't want to say they're Mexican or Latin. And through music, we found that it gives them a sense of pride and belonging. So that is really the main reason and the mission of the program.